Koji su ti omiljeni predmeti tu?
Pa volim ići u školu, a najdraži su mi predmeti povijest i biologija.
Omiljeni mi je predmet hrvatski.
Psihologija.
Svi su mi omiljeni.
Ja volim predmet matematiku.
This was 5 years ago. The ERRC was visiting schools which formerly had segregated Romani children before we took legal action against them. We spoke to Romani school children and teachers about what the effect had been of studying in a non-segregated setting. They told us that it was life-changing. In many European countries, Romani children are illegally educated in segregated schools or classrooms. Not only are they denied the opportunity to learn together with non-Roma, often they also receive an inferior education. Until 15 years ago, this practice was mostly unchallenged at the European level. Then one momentous legal case changed everything. In 2007, a group of Roma, supported by the European Roma Rights Centre, defeated the government of the Czech Republic at the European Court of Human Rights, in what is arguably still the biggest Roma rights case in history. The case, DH versus the Czech Republic, paved the way for the fight against school segregation and opened the doors for similar litigation right across Europe.
I think this is historically looking, this is a groundbreaking case because actually, it was the first time that we had a decision on European continent about racial segregation of Romani children in schools, and it was the first judgment that ever admitted that one government is doing this on European continent in center of Europe.
After the DH judgment, many other judgments followed against Hungary and Croatia too, and that ended kind of the debate whether segregation is legal or illegal. It is a definite illegal activity by state authorities.
Educational professionals agree that when Roma are not segregated, they learn better, they develop better relationships, and ultimately have better chances in life.
If they're integrated, they can learn from each other and they can become friends, and eventually these differences will melt.
Relativno rano ispadala iz sustava obrazovanja, znači jako velik broj učenika završi osnovnu školu i velik broj upisuje srednju školu, što prije nije bio slučaj.
Segregacija u svakom slučaju nije dobar način obrazovanja za bilo koga na svijetu, bez obzira na nacionalnu pripadnost.
DH versus the Czech Republic set a precedent, but for many countries, including the Czech Republic, not a lot has changed in practice. Many Roma are still placed in separate classes or schools from non-Roma, with many still finishing school, barely able to read. So why does this continue, 15 years later, despite the court ruling?
Sadly, what remains lacking is the political will to do the right thing. Actually, the 15th anniversary is a great opportunity to call for action with a new sense of urgency, because every year passing by, new groups of Romani children are enrolled and placed in systems structured to fail them.
Europe is deeply racist society, and it took it so long to admit that. We could see that only in 2020 Europe for the first time admitted that have problem with racism, and they adopted this action plan against racism. And I think that actually shows the ignorance in which Europeans live, and that is that the racism and discrimination happens only somewhere so far from European continent.
A ty děti, když takhle rostou pohromadě, tak si myslím, jak vyrostou, že by neměli mít nějaký problém v životě. Když se necítí odstrkováni od druhých a nejsou rozlišováni podle národní menšiny.
Nema veze zašto bi sad tu odvajali Rome od Hrvata, možda zato što su oni drugčije kože.
Jer svi smo mi ljudi isti, nije važna nacija, već ako si dobar čovjek ili nisi.